Ding. Hey everybody, my name's Joe.
I'm also Joe.
This is SNES's Life. We're back today to play some David Crane's Amazing Tennis. So let's take a look at the box as always. It looks like a guy playing tennis, yeah?
Yeah.
I mean, there's
yeah.
there's hardly much to say about that particular thing. It looks like an actual picture of a person, probably.
It is.
And blurry as hell.
Edited,
I don't understand why they went for the blurry effect. It doesn't look very good though.
I agree.
Money savings Foot Locker coupon inside. So this game was obviously endorsed by Foot Locker. Go figure. Nintendo Power in March 1992 calls this game amazingly good. Look out.
I mean, if it's amazingly good.
We're going to be amazingly disappointed. Back of the box. All right, so back of the box. Jesus. It's a lot of text. Trade in your racket for a game controller. Category of sports, home video games. Just taking a quantum leap into the new dimension of realism. I don't think this is Quantum Leap. You don't even know what Quantum Leap is, do you?
I've heard of it.
What is it?
Isn't it like a movie?
It's a TV show. Close enough, I guess. 1 or 2 player game, selectable computer opponents in 1 player and tournament mode, slow motion instant replay, animated line judges, not that that matters, features actual voice of world famous chair umpire Frank Hammond. Absolute has created the most realistic version of tennis to date, says Electronic Gaming Monthly. Designed by David Crane. So this is kind of like Gary Kitchen's Super Battle Tank. He wanted his name in front of it, so it's David Crane's Amazing Tennis. Over in the top right, we go with our stock 4 and 1-inch screenshots here. So top left, well, I mean, Jesus, they're all guys playing tennis. But top left, you got a guy who looks like he's clearly serving. Top right, you got a guy hitting the ball back. Bottom right's a guy being served to. And that's it, bottom right, bottom left. Bottom right is a guy charging the net, apparently. Look, I'm not going to say it looks bad. It looks pretty all right, actually.
Yeah.
I detect an issue. Do you detect an issue? Think about it. In a 2-player game.
It's either going to be split screen or not. If it's split screen, that's going to be fine, but if it's not, then one of us is going to have to play the back end, dude.
Yeah, if that's the viewpoint from the game, that's going to suck. But why don't you work on getting the game started? Oh, what do we got? Lord Goober, I saw you were playing Crusader of Senti earlier. I was going to try it at some point. Is it worth trying? I did enjoy it. I found out, as it turns out, that Crusader of Senti is a game where if you don't save it on your own, it will not save anything for you. So I was told that it was basically a Link to the Past ripoff for Sega, which is what made me want to play it. And I got in there.
Super Amazing Tennis?
David Crane's Amazing Tennis. And I went into essentially a dungeon, was the train area, and I died. And I thought, oh, it's just going to put me back to the beginning of the train area, like Link does in the dungeons. No, it is game over, no lives, no continues, back to the beginning screen. And I lost like an hour worth of gameplay, got bitter, and quit. So that's where we're at with Crusader of Senti. Just be aware of that going in. And I think you'll be all right.
Well, this doesn't look that bad.
I do enjoy Crusader of Senti. I do plan on playing it more. So there is that.
2 players. We play.
I don't think it matters. Let's just go with hardcore. We're both right-handed. That's it. Let's start. Oh. It's going to be Joey versus Bad Joe. Look out. Music's okay.
So far.
Bum bum.
The background doesn't look great, but.
Okay, so we are indeed forced into this view, which puts me in, the back.
How do you move?
All right, so left and right is move, but you're serving, so it's not going to let you move. I practiced this a little bit earlier to get it down. So L and R is instant replay. Select shows the score. Start pauses the game. Y and X do nothing that I can discern. B is a lob. A is a normal hit. When you serve, you're going to press A once, and then you have to hold it for you to actually swing the damn ball or to hit it. You have to hit it again, I'm sorry. Out. Single player, this court's smaller. You only use the full thing if it's doubles.
15 love.
And I could miss.
30 love.
Okay.
I have a feeling this is going to be a lot of what this game is.
Haha, that's my point.
Can you direct it somehow?
I think if you hold left and right when you hit it, it does give it a little action that direction. Or I'll just whiff. I do like there's a little speed clock in the background. Instant replay because that was the end of first game. You win. You know what happens in game 2, right? Switch sides. Enjoy the backfield.
Oh, there's no diving.
Yeah, no diving that I could figure out.
15 love.
What?
30 love.
Screwed up on that. Bad serve. Oh.
40 love.
That's game.
Can you... Man... It's not an issue with being in the back court. It's an issue with just not being able to direct it.
Well, and I feel like it's in the back court. I feel like it's fairly difficult to see where the ball is at. Oh, now you get a serve from over there. That was in, baby.
Love 15.
I lobbed it right into the net.
15 all. Fall.
Apparently, you hit it hard enough that it came out of the line there. You know what the game has done? It's committed a cardinal sin.
There's no music.
There's no music.
And it is almost impossible to hit it in.
Oh, not for me. I don't think it's impossible to hit it in. I just think it is very difficult. And apparently I whiffed. Look at that. We're not doing bad now. I think just a little practice. We'll get there. Add out. What does that mean?
Advantage receiver.
Advantage. Because we were tied. And if I score again, it's game. Yep. Deuce. Tied again. Deuce.
I like that there's a narrator. Man, it does not look like it's going to go that far, and then it does.
Advantage
Agreed.
receiver.
Agreed. Oh, shit. At least we're getting it back and forth a little now. Sort of. Usually like for like one hit. And then one of us pisses off and misses.
Advantage receiver.
Advantage receiver. The swing seems so slow when I'm trying to run at it.
Deuce.
And yeah, where's the dive? There needs to be a dive.
No.
I mean, at least you hit it.
There was no way to get that back
See
in.
the product placement right there? Main screen, Foot Locker. Wow, nice. Deuce? Did you go oof?
Yeah, it hit me.
Advantage
You're
receiver.
damn right it hit you. Now what? Skippy bottom apple. Game. Me. Well, now I think we switch sides again, so...
Change
Yeah,
in.
change end.
Games are 2-1.
I don't want to serve. Where it all begins.
Ball.
The sign changed. It like bounced up against the wall.
15 left.
Yeah, it is.
A little slow on the swing, isn't it?
Quite a bit.
Yeah, you have to like swing before it gets there. Way to suck, fella.
I wasn't having any issues on the other side, but
Ah, fault.
Ball.
why does it go out?
40-15.
How come I can't hit the damn thing?
This game is more difficult than actual
14,
tennis.
13.
And I suck at actual tennis.
And I actually can play actual tennis, but apparently I can't play this.
Deuce.
Why did I hit?
If it's slow, you have to
Advantage
lob it.
receiver.
Okay, well there you go. That's game. So,
Games
is it as bad as race driving, which we played yesterday?
Definitely not. But it gives me the same feeling of like
Unenjoyability.
I don't think there's anything more to the game. Like I think it is just strictly tennis. And don't get me wrong, it
At
isn't
least-
a bad tennis.
At least tennis is a game.
Right.
Race driving was not a game. It was just drive a car. I missed apparently.
15
The
left.
problem is like there's no music, there's nothing to hype you up. It doesn't make you feel good about getting a point on the other person. It's just immediately cuts 30 love.
30
Just
left.
monotone narrator. Which is kind of how actual tennis is. But at least
45.
that's
Hold on,
exciting.
who we got here? Linda, tennis anyone? Yes, tennis, Linda. It's not great though.
I mean, like it's not.
Oh yeah!
The
Look at that.
worst.
It was a skilled hit.
At least it does good. Like
Does it
it
though?
is tennis. It follows the rules of tennis. You can
I mean,
actually
yeah, no,
sort of control
I
it.
won't argue that. The problem is we've played only one other tennis game to compare it to, and that was Super Tennis, and we played that like
long
way
time
back
ago.
at the beginning. And so I'm hard pressed to say this is better. I think it probably looks better.
Oh, it definitely looks better.
Like they clearly put a lot of effort into the shading and animations.
I mean, there's not much else to put effort into.
Yeah, and to the point
Smacking
where
a ball back and forth.
to the point where I think it's almost detrimental. Like, why did they not add music? There should be music. It should have been split screen. If I remember correctly, I think Super Tennis was like this, but it was a higher vantage point, so we could both see a bigger chunk of the court. Do you remember?
I think so, yeah. I think it also was easier to control.
So they made this game look better, but I don't remember. I don't think Super Tennis had music either. So it doesn't sound worse, but I think it doesn't play as well. I could be wrong, though. I will say it's pretty generous with your racket. Ugh. Like,
The hitbox.
Yeah, the hitbox for the racket. Like, you hit it, and I'm, like, crotch shotting it, and it's letting me put it over the net, so... Hard to There is a definite, like, lag in the swing.
Wait, don't just let your dude hold the ball. It's, like outside of his hand, the ball is.
Indeed. So is his racket, though. Look at it. He holds it at a weird angle.
The racket at least looks like he's holding it, though. The ball looks like it's just half in his hand and half not, and his hand is like in a fist.
Fair.
Deuce.
Out.
No, there's no way I was gonna get there.
No, it's alright.
Can't run faster.
It was out on me,
Advantage
so
receiver.
I didn't hit it in the court.
You can also control which way you hit it.
Yeah,
With the
the
D-pad.
arrow. Yeah, for sure. I gathered that earlier. What do you mean fault? I'm gonna fault you right into the garbage can. Out.
Come on.
Advantage.
It does kind of
server.
suck when you have to run for it because you have to like stop moving and then hit it in order to make sure it doesn't go out.
Yeah. Yeah, the control's a little herky-jerky. You don't move super fast, and then you can't dive at the ball, which I think you should always be able to dive at a ball.
And it wouldn't be that hard to input that, like,
You wouldn't think. If you just pressed left twice, direction twice.
or even X and Y.
Yeah, I'm like, X and Y are two buttons they did not use. Like, they could have added that in.
X and Y also hit it.
Oh, do they?
Yeah.
Oh. Well, here, hold on. Don't...
That's it. It's all the same animation.
So,
I'm assuming
I'm
Y
certain-
is probably also a lob and X is also probably just a normal hit.
Yeah, so they're the exact same animation, so I have no idea how to tell what's what. Okay, whatever.
I don't know. Hit it with X. That was new.
That was new. I'm going to hit it
Okay.
with Y this time.
Yeah.
So,
Okay, I think Y is like a light hit.
Yeah, and clearly they are like an upshot as opposed to... It's a volley is what it is. For sure. Interesting. I didn't think X and
So
Y...
there's more to the game.
I didn't think
That's
X and Y
good.
did anything earlier when I was testing it. But clearly it does. And we are just...
The volley shot is really bad for the person on the other side because the volley shot goes a shorter distance.
Yeah, so it's harder to judge where the hell you need to be.
Because like when you hit it normally, I can pretty much just stand at the back
And get
and
it.
hit it.
Yeah. Agreed.
Advantage receiver.
Volley shot, I need to be closer, and knowing distances in the back is a bit.
Oh.
Game.
Mike Pence, two dudes just smacking balls like you wouldn't believe, sir.
Games are for
Balls to the left of me, balls to the right. Here I am stuck in the middle with you.
That's not the lyrics that I remember.
That's such a good song, though. Fence. Oh, I didn't think that was going to make it.
It didn't.
Yeah, it didn't that time.
up 15.
Oh,
Ha ha!
15 all.
Or I just will get there super late.
15, 30.
Yeah. I really do not like being in the backfield.
40.
I'm fine with being in the backfield as long as you don't do that.
Ha!
You were able to hit it back, but it's very difficult to tell. Also, how close can you get? Like, I can only get this close, but your character sprite got pretty large.
My guess is that's the limit.
Fault.
Because I'll try and run forward after I hit it to you, and I think... Oh, yeah, no, I got pretty close. Yeah, I got, like, right up to the fence, to the net.
I loved how slowly my dude side
Right?
shuffled.
Don't you run... You really move slow. I don't... You should be speedier. You hit it out, apparently.
How did I hit it out?
Because you did. That's how. Out. Out?
So if it lands on this, is it out?
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah, the only time you use the entire court is if you're playing doubles. If you're playing singles, you use the smaller court.
Alright. I wish we could play doubles.
You just totally hit me in the nuts.
Well, maybe we should have hit it.
Advantage.
I want to replay that. Watch. Here it comes. I missed because I swung early. Boom! Right in the nards. Oh, that's good stuff. Out.
Well, I was faster then.
Linda,
Hold on,
LOL.
hold on. Wait. Yeah, look, I was running.
Now, why were you running there? So
I don't-
side shuffling.
Hold
Okay.
on, wait. I want to see if I can change that. Like, if I can choose to run or.
I mean, how would you choose?
I-
You don't know.
Just.
All right, hold on. I'm gonna push other buttons in combination. All right, side shuffles, side shuffles.
Double tap?
Nope.
Okay, right. That's a replay.
I don't know. Yeah, L and R both just replay. Maybe it's just because it depends on how far away the ball is. Come on, then. Let's go.
You can rewind it.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, if you hit L, it rewinds. R goes forward.
We rewind it back to the nut shot.
No, that's too far.
That was at least funny. Look at that, how late that swing was. You really got to swing early.
15 love.
Swing early, swing often. Oh, or not swing at all. I don't know.
30
When I
love.
swung, I just didn't hit it. Out!
I
Oh,
hit it
that was you hit it out.
105 miles an hour.
You hit it too hard. Well, that time it was
Rocked
in.
that ball.
Rocking some balls.
40 love.
Aw, piss off. Out.
Game.
You were kind of running that time, too.
Games are 5, 4.
I think you have to win by 2 to finish the set, so you need to win again. 115. How's that for a rocket? Yeah, plows it.
15 love.
Yeah, no, I wasn't running that time. Just a little shuffle.
I don't.
30 love.
Look, it might help if we had an instruction manual, and I could not find one. Out. Like the little guy in the back.
30, 15.
I don't know.
40, 15. Game. Games
I mean, I think my mind's almost made up on this, frankly. We've discovered there's a little more action in it, depending on how you push buttons, directions. If you serve with B, it basically slams it out of bounds.
15 love.
15, love. What? Well, that was some bull right there. On a stick. Ah, you have to hit it on my...
Ah,
Yeah.
okay.
You have to hit it towards me at least.
$30-15.
I wish they had come up with a different way to like control where it goes, like which direction.
Yeah.
Like even L and R, I feel like they don't need the rewind. It's an interesting
Yeah.
feature, but they don't need it.
L and R would make a little more sense. I guess. I don't know.
30.
Because if you're running to get the ball and you get there, you have to stand still before you hit it.
Yeah.
Otherwise, whatever way you're running when you hit it is just going to go straight that way. And if you hit it on the edge and I'm running towards it to get it on the edge,
Off it goes.
like if I let go of
Yeah.
moving, I stop, don't get the ball at all.
Yeah.
Keep holding the moving.
You
just
hit it.
way
Yeah,
off.
that direction. I found that as well.
Oops.
Way to start a replay.
Yeah, I mean, too.
Best replay of the game, still the part where you hit me in the nuts. For sure, I'm going to clip that section for our 5-game review in a week or two. What? Piss off.
Love 15.
Like, I didn't even show up until the end of that. This stupid slow shuffle.
Yeah, have a net ball, sucker.
15, 13.
Yeah, I wasn't gonna hit that if I just stood still.
Yeah, I mean, you tried, though. Yeah.
40, 30.
Yeah. If you hit it just enough away, you're screwed.
Oh, that's out.
Deuce.
What? How did I miss that? It was right next to me.
Advantage receiver. Ball.
I ran that time.
Yeah.
I only seem to run when it's going out.
Which is weird. Like, why would you even run with it? Especially when it's that far out.
Games are set all. We will now play a 12-point tiebreaker.
What did it say?
Something 12-point tiebreaker?
I guess because we got so far in without one of us winning. Now it's just like, this is it. You need to decide.
I feel like that adequately describes this game.
What's that?
Us getting all the way to where we are score-wise without even finishing the first set. It's pretty much whoever's on the back end is gonna lose.
I don't know about that.
It's not confirmed, but most of the time when one of us loses, we're on the other end.
That's true.
I do wish it was split
Stop
screen.
hitting it out, you suck bag.
3, love.
Too far away.
I don't like this. I'm on the backfield for the whole tiebreaker.
Well, I'm player one.
Well, so what?
1, 4.
So yeah, we're just playing to whoever can get 12 points, apparently. Beautiful. I think you've got this. You're 5 points up on me now. 4 points. Oh, we switched sides. Ha ha! Damn it!
It's rather boring. Yes. Yes, it is.
I mean, it's tennis. Like,
I mean, even so, there's no flair to it.
that's true.
And I already went over this, but like, it doesn't make me feel
Excited.
accomplished or anything when I score a point. It's just,
Agreed.
I did it. Cool.
The crowd needs to cheer. The crowd is cheering.
They do cheer. They clap.
It is very quiet on the input, but then things like the music, when you do get the music and the voices, very loud.
I ran that.
What do you mean out? Piss off, out. Game first set after basically 7 games, or no, 12 games or 13 games or whatever the hell. Jesus Christ! And now we have to play a second set.
And then we have a third set.
Well, we're obviously not going to get that far.
I mean, I won the first set, so if I win the second set, then that's it. That's the game.
Why did you
Right.
miss? Because I suck. That's why.
30 love.
And now I apparently just don't want to hit the ball.
40 love.
That one was way too early.
I mean, yeah, that one was early, but
Game. Change in. Games are
this is I can't hear them. Well, turn your volume up. I'll turn this volume up, but it's... Can you hear any of the noises, Linda? We'll turn it way up. How's that?
It shows it's activating.
Yeah, it's definitely there. Just because it's quiet. Out again? I don't like me anymore.
15.
I mean, to be fair, there's not much noise to hear. Like, you get the crowd clapping when one of us gets a point. You get the dude, the narrator, saying, "Love 30." You know,
I heard him hit the
deuce.
ball in the crowd that time. Yeah, we turned it up really loud. So.
Or you hear the ball. And that's it. That's all the noise this game
15,
has.
13.
Other than the music and the title.
Yeah, and like the option screen. I mean, look, it's not a bad 2-player game. I mean, it's kind of fun to volley back and forth. Out. But,
13,
I know that
14.
it's... I mean, it's certainly not something I think I would go after
Nah.
on
Thank you
numerous
for not running until it went out.
I'm telling you,
That's the key.
it has to be going out for you to actually, like, run. Oh, you gave it a good
It
shot.
has to
though.
be in a different section than you're in order for you to run.
Advantage.
Is that what it is?
I think so. Yeah, because you didn't start running until it went over the out.
Well, that seems ridiculous.
Game.
But there I go, sure enough. Chasing it out in the middle of nowhere.
Games are 1-all.
What? I got there way late.
15 love.
15 love.
Fifteen all.
You just kind of have to stop at
15,
some point
13.
and hope that it hits.
Agreed. Let me side shuffle across. I'm trying to decide whether...
15,
Hold
14.
on. I'm trying to decide whether my shorts go down to my knee as a different color red, or if I just have, like, really sunburned upper thighs.
I think it's part of your shorts.
I agree. I have, like, a brighter red on my shirt, too, so... Ah, that's out.
13,
You know,
14.
Wiffle. Big butt shadow, Mom says. I don't see a big butt shadow. Well, I guess, yeah, okay, big butt shadow. I gotcha.
Advantage receiver.
Advantage person on this end of the court.
There's no way I was gonna get it.
All right.
Game. Change ends. Games are 2,
Humor me.
1.
Drop us out of this. Take us over to Super Tennis real quick. I want to see what the difference was on the view to make an informed decision.
Super Tennis.
Come on. There you go. Yeah. Yeah, see, it was still an above view, but you had a lot more of the court. Whee. Let's go. Hit start. Come on.
I remember the music.
Just single it up. Oh yeah, you gotta pick a character.
Right.
Just once. Yeah, hard. Let's play on the same surface. Yeah, so this one you can just see more of the court for sure. And the animations are definitely not as clean or as nice looking.
Play.
Hold on, stay there. Yeah, so this one lets you run all over the damn place. And does it let you, yeah, it lets you move on the serve line. The other game didn't do that, did it? It like froze you in space.
It's much faster. It doesn't take as long to show you the score change.
Woo! Get some speed on that one.
So you can hit with X and Y. I'm not sure what they do though.
They did the same thing. It like upped it. Yeah, see, that was Y. Oh, I dove.
Yeah.
This game's better. Just out of hand gameplay wise, I think probably is going to go to this game, you know? It's an opinion. This one has ball boys.
Play.
The other one definitely looks better. But this one is faster. And it just
fault. Piss
feels
off.
better.
What?
Fault.
Whatever.
You keep hitting it too hard. You have to hit it into that front section.
I mean,
You weren't. You were hitting. Look, you keep hitting it over. Are you serving with B?
No, I'm using A.
I don't know what to tell you then.
I don't know. Apparently, I'm just hitting it too early, and I have to let it fall further.
Fault. Fault.
I don't get it. What am I doing wrong? I don't like this game anymore. Fuck you. Was this a problem the first time we played it? What the hell am I doing?
I would definitely remember if this was a problem first time. Oh.
Ah! Ha ha ha! Ha ha ha! Oh my god.
I wonder what the problem is.
I don't know. Obviously, there's a method to serving that we can't figure out. I would like to get the ball.
Fault.
Would you like to fault? What? It bounced off the net. That should have been my point. You ready for some faulting? Oh, you're still serving.
I'm done.
Oh no, I'm serving. Yeah, some fault coming up right here. Oh, I made
I
it
like
in.
that when you serve, it actually pulls the screen forward.
Hey, look at that.
You even let it hit the ground.
Oh. Ready for another fault? Oh, you hit it out. Makes me happy I didn't actually connect. Woohoo! Right down the line, apparently.
How did you get it to die?
I have no idea, frankly. Like, I was pushing left and hit the button and my dude dove at it. Fault! Ready? Fault!
Oh, what?
Apparently you can move once you throw the ball in the air.
Fault.
Alright. I was gonna say this game's learning curve isn't as steep, but apparently it is.
Fault.
Come on. The hitbox is much more...
Tighter. Like, you actually have to be in front of the ball.
Right.
For sure. Okay, we can change it back to David Crane's now. I just wanted to get a view of that one so I can... Because having only played the 2 tennis games, I feel like to give it a fair shake, we need to remember what the previous one was like. Oh, did you save state it before you dropped out? I don't want to serve.
The hit of the ball in the racket is not nearly as satisfying as it is in the other game.
Yeah, it's very soft.
Love 15.
Boo.
Oh, gosh. It smelled so
Love
bad.
13.
Ugh.
Apparently it's not going to help me win. God, this is bad.
Love 14.
Not getting anywhere near the ball. Game, you don't say.
Well,
Games are 2-all.
And apparently that announcer must have been a famous tennis announcer for him, because remember they said on the box, featuring the voice of famous caller or announcer, blah, 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 blah. What the hell was that?
I don't know.
I mean, you jacked it up, obviously.
I mean, for a famous announcer, he's not...
Interesting.
Yeah, he's not doing great.
15 love.
Like, other sports announcers or sportscasters are significantly more interesting.
30
They
love.
say
Hello,
things.
fans! This is Harry Carey.
They, like,
a
actually say
beautiful day.
things and commentate. This dude's just...
Well, I think that's just tennis in general. There's very little commentation. Really, dude? Hit the fucking ball.
Game.
You like the design on my shirt?
Change end.
Doesn't exist on anything anymore. Other than the
Games
big
are
gulp.
3.
Oh, the slash. I mean, it's the same on mine. Mine's just red instead of white and purple. See much? Yeah, see, I got the slash too. Nice save!
Yeah, there was no way I was gonna get it. I've gone flying.
15 love.
Yeah, I feel like this game, the player on this end of the screen definitely has the advantage. Because it's really hard to tell where the hell anything is when you're on that other end.
I definitely enjoyed the other tennis game more.
Yeah.
30 love.
And we gave it 2 thumbs down. But boy, I think in a reevaluation state, comparatively speaking, it would get thumbs up.
I mean, if we compared it, yeah, but I still...
Didn't care for it in general.
Fall.
I feel like they could do better. Look, in a world where Super Bowling exists, I feel like someone could make a decent tennis game. Because Super Bowling was good.
And think about it like this. There's that one tennis game we played on.
Oh my god.
It wasn't actually tennis. It was like the frisbee tennis.
Windjammers.
That game was amazing. I mean, granted, it wasn't for SNES, but they could have made it at least sort of like that.
Agreed.
Oh, it's just...
We got 3 minutes left before it's 10 till when we do our review. Like, should be one more volley and we'll be done. You're right, though. It is. It is just whoever's on this end of the field wins, is the way it's been going. Which is sad.
It's because the other person's at a very large disadvantage of you see under the net and you see nothing else.
I agree. It's a real issue. And like it's a massive gameplay like jerk out. Like it makes it very difficult to judge where anything is. I can't. I mean, at least you can get it to me. I can't seem to hit it when I'm on that side of the damn net at all. Out.
15-13.
But I returned it.
15-14.
We came up with the scoring for tennis, like 15, 30, 40.
I have no idea whatsoever.
30-14.
Shit. Again, I was running, like you point out, when you run to hit the ball, you're pushing left, so it fires it off that direction.
Like, I get the deuce and I get the advantage and all that, but... Okay.
You
Didn't
know,
even give me a chance. It was like, nope, you're
you
at
just give up. Give
the
up right now.
slowest walking speed in existence. You're not getting the ball.
I will say this: the other tennis game definitely got you there.
Oh yeah, the other tennis game was way
nice.
faster. Both
Yeah, you got across
hitting it, the ball moved faster, you moved faster.
Yeah,
whenever you
for sure.
the score showed, that was faster. The switching sides was faster, and it had a cool little animation.
Oh, that was in? Nice. Oh, that was out for sure.
Advantage, server.
Oh. Nice. All right. 10-0. Good enough.
Change in.
Look, graphically speaking, I don't think we can argue it looks good.
Graphically speaking, like, ignoring the crowd doesn't look great, but
Yeah, the crowd's not great.
doesn't need to look great.
The player sprites look really good.
They do look good, and it's well animated.
Yes, the animations are good. The shading's really good. The background actually, Fortnite looks better. Well, no, Fortnite was made, 5 years ago? This game's 30 plus years old. Piss off, Fortnite looks better. It's not 30 years old, it's 28 years old, but the point stands. Once you get to the back line, the umpires, or the judges, and then the crowd, almost looks kind of like the sprites from the other game. Like they pulled...
I guess I could see that.
Like they pulled that game and then stuck fancier character sprites in this one. So, anyway, graphically speaking, it looks good.
I say graphically speaking,
Animation's
that's a good one, yeah.
Sound?
Not good.
Not good. And this was the same
It's
issue with the other game, too. Is
Very
there's no...
lackluster.
It's just the sound of the ball and the racket hitting the ball. Now, I will say that this one has a crowd cheering. The other one didn't have a crowd cheering. But the other one, when you switched sides, played a little music ditty while you ran to the other side of the pitch. So, I don't know who to give it to.
No, it doesn't matter. Neither of them. The sound is good.
That's true. The sound is poor. Gameplay. I feel like that's where this one falls down.
The other game is boring, and this one's more boring than the other one. I feel like that's saying something
Look,
because
gameplay's not the problem. Is tennis is tennis. It's gonna be boring because we don't give a about tennis.
well, they could add flair. They could add more to it.
Could they?
I
Could they
feel
really?
like they could.
I mean, until you get to like Mario Tennis on the GameCube, where they can like lob fireball shots across the screen, but they're trying to recreate actual tennis here. Ignoring flair, let's talk about it from an actual gameplay standpoint. Your dude moves super slow,
Or just runs randomly.
or runs randomly. We really can't figure out how. We think it's when the ball's way over, but it doesn't make any sense. You do a side shuffle. You can't dive. On the serve, you're locked into place. These are all things that the other game, Super Tennis, does better. You can move when you serve. It's from where out on the line. You've got full court motion. You dive at the ball, and you move way faster. Okay? I will give this game a nod on it's much more forgiving on your racket's hitbox. Mm-hmm. The other game, you actually have to hit the thing with your racket. This one, as long as it's roughly in front of you and you swing at the right time, you're going to hit it. Downside being, the swing on this has lag. Like when you press the swing button, it's like probably a quarter of a second before you start to swing. So you need to like start swinging as it hits the ground before it comes to you. For tennis,
that's not a huge deal. You just have to know that going into the game.
Yeah, I mean, a lot of games you can get used to that, and we did-ish. But that's a bad thing. I don't like lag in my games on controls. The controls need to be tight. Otherwise, yeah, it's tennis.
I mean, something this game did terribly is the field.
Yeah.
Like, you don't get to see
the backside,
anything of the backside pretty much. Like, you can see
the player on the backside is at a huge disadvantage.
The front pieces through the net, and that's it.
For sure.
You don't see where the ball is going, really.
Yeah.
You don't see where you are, really.
Yeah. The back player, disadvantage.
Yeah, it's 100%. A big disadvantage as well.
And it clearly shown because pretty much whoever was on this side won every game. And that's unfortunate. It shouldn't be that way. We did find that there were a number of different ways to hit the ball. And I will say, when you push control arrow and you hit the ball, it definitely goes that way.
Yeah.
But like you said, you're so busy trying to get to the ball that often when you swing, you're holding the arrow you were using to run, so then it flies way the hell out. The other Super Tennis got you there fast enough that you could let go of the directional pad. So, I mean, in a world of comparisons, I think Super Tennis is the better game. We gave it 2 thumbs down. I caveated it that if you wanted to play a tennis game, you were stuck with that, and it's probably pretty decent that way.
That's still probably true.
And I think that's still true. I still think it's not a game that we love that we would recommend, but we're also not sports guys. I think if you like tennis, it's definitely worth playing over this, I think. So I'm going to give David Crane's Amazing Tennis not amazing thumbs down.
Yeah, definitely a thumbs down.
Thumbs down. 2 thumbs down for David Crane's not particularly amazing tennis. Which is unfortunate because Nintendo Power said it's amazingly good. And I disagree with Nintendo Power's assessment of this particular game. Unfortunate, but it's where we're at.
I would much rather just go play tennis than this.
It would Yeah, I would actually rather play tennis. And I'm not good at tennis, but I enjoy it at least. This, much less so. Unfortunate in every single way. But, I mean, it's 5 minutes before 10, but I really don't think we're going to get anything else out of this. 2 thumbs down for David Crane's Amazing Tennis. God forbid. Luckily, we do get to play a game that is not a sports game in between all our sports games this week. So, let's see. What do we got coming up? On Wednesday night, we're going to be playing Firepower 2000, which, if I recall, is a vertical shmup. So, there you go. That's to look forward to on Wednesday. Thanks a lot, Linda, Ed, and Rob, and Frico. I don't know who Frico is. Do you know who Frico is?
No, never knew.
Well, hi, Frico. I'm sorry we didn't catch you in there. I'd be calling a replay on that ball that went wide left. Fair enough. So thanks everybody joining us and everybody who watches. We'll have a good night, and we'll see everyone on Wednesday.
See you guys.
Bye.